Hey, it's the head lab rat.
Don't call us that. Where have you been, Sam? We've been trying to find you for an hour. I checked in the lobby, and your name wasn't in the register.
Oh, damn. It's the Sam thing. They always have me listed as a boy.
I thought of that. There are no Everetts at St. Edmund Hall, and I thought you said...
After the divorce, I went to my mother's name. Then I changed my mind again. Why don't I just give you my cell phone number?
Cool, I'll take it. That will give me a grand total of 3 on my contact list.
555-7866.
557-2496.
Got that one. Got it. Did you get mine?
555-2234.
I don't have one. I don't get a lot of calls.
Yes, well, how can you, darling, when you don't have a phone?
Can we get back to the point? Did you read Ox Stew today about what happened at the track? Maybe Styles has some kind of secret power generator hooked up to our brains. I mean, did you get a look at him? He's like a refugee from a Dark Shadows convention.
He is not. He is not.
You have to admit it's bizarre. And my legs are actually sore today. As if I really did run last night.
Now that you mention it.
Yeah, mine too.
Really? Let me see.
The truth is, we don't know what Styles is doing. He could be capable of anything. Unless you know Sam. You do know him well, right?
Yes, you got us all into this. You wouldn't have recruited us unless you trusted the man,
Of course. I've known Dr. Styles for... sheesh, a while now. I'm sure this whole thing is just a coincidence. But if it'll make you feel better, I'll do some checking around before we go back tonight.
Well, as long as you're volunteering. Try the library. I hear they have books there and stuff.
Shall we meet back here? What time? Noon? I'll let you know what I find out.
Don't let us down, Samantha.
Bye, Sam.
Bye, Charles. I don't need to go inside. Damn! You need a student ID to use the library. Whatever happened to freedom of information? I'm not getting into the library without a student ID. Guess it's time to scare one up. Probably some famous graduates. Helena! Helena!
What are you doing? Why don't you come inside?
I didn't expect to find you in the library. How hard can art history be?
Hard enough. But if you want to know why I'm here, Charles Ettington.
Well, good luck with the stalking. I left my ID in my room. Can I swipe yours?
No, you'll get me expelled, goth girl. Besides, walking is good exercise.
Come on! Just one swipe. I'll do it so no one can see.
No! I had to go twice to get a decent picture on my ID. I'm not going to risk getting it confiscated.
You can do that? Get your ID redone?
I told them I lost it. What can they say? I had no choice. The picture was hideous.
That bad, huh? Hard to believe. Do you still have the old ID? Let me see.
It's awful.
Let me see.
The second one is much better. Don't you agree? God! I didn't think it was that hideous. I'll burn it when I get back to my room. Well, I think the new one is much better.
I could use that trick, but I need to place something in the environment first. There. Helena! Helena! Hey,
What?
I actually like the first photo better. It's the way you were sitting.
You're hallucinating. Show me.
No, it was a trick at the light. The first one really is awful. God. You're right. You should burn it. In fact,
Why did you do that?
you said you were gonna burn it. I'm sorry. Did you want it?
So kind of you to spare me all that tedious labor. God, you're a freak. And I thought I was bad.
That will have to do for now. Luckily, the library card reader doesn't care what the photo looks like. Stacks of blank paper. I don't need any right now, but it's nice to know Oxford is generous with office supplies. Hi.
How may I be of service?
Where can I find information about the professors here at Oxford?
That depends. To whom do you refer?
Dr. David Stiles, neurobiology.
Start with the library catalogue. You can access it on the computers over there.
Dr. David Stiles and his wife Laura Edmonthorpe Stiles left a fundraising dinner in Oxford last evening and were driving home when their car was hit broadside. According to eyewitnesses, the second vehicle was hurtling down a crossroad at a tremendous speed. It ran a give way sign and plunged into... Laura Stiles was pronounced dead on the scene, and David Stiles was rushed.
Samantha, please. They're not coming home.
Come on, kid. Time to go. Come on, kid. Time to go.
If you're stuck, if you smoked, refuse to share your side when you in that day.
Hi.
How may I be of service?
There's an article I need from a magazine. The computer said to ask you.
Name of publication and the date, please.
Scientific American, May 1997.
I apologize. We had 2 copies of that issue, but both are listed as missing.
Missing? How does that happen?
They might have been misfiled. They might have been stolen. In any case, I can't help you. You might try the Central Library in London.
How convenient. I don't have anything to ask her about right now. Thank God Helena is the vainest creature on the planet. That's all I've got to say. If I had to search through all this, I'd never see daylight again. There must be a way to look up something specific. Dread Hill House, this is Sam speaking. Oh, no, that's okay. You don't need to send anyone else over. Dr. Stiles no longer needs an assistant. I mean, he's already hired someone else. No, not a student. It turned out a family member was available. A niece. So you can just close out that request. Yes, I am sure. All right? Thank you. I am so going to get busted. Mrs. Dalton might have answered that. God, I really should fess up. I can't. They'd hit the eject button in 10 seconds flat. Better give it some more time and show what I can do. I don't need a drink right now.
Hello.
Hey, I just found out what happened to Laura.
Everyone knows about the tragedy.
Well, I'm new to Oxford and I didn't know. I'm really sorry.
You didn't ask him, did you? I hope to heaven, Samantha, that you weren't asking him painful questions.
No.
Well, don't. Poor man doesn't need to be reminded. Not that he isn't every day of his blinking life. He can't stand people talking about it. That's why he won't let anyone come over here.
But this house is full of reminders. Laura's pictures are everywhere. Even that calendar is still set to 2002.
He won't let me change any of it.
I get it. He wants to be reminded of her, for his own self. But he can't bear to hear other people talk about it, because there's no way they can possibly understand. And anything they say just seems idiotic.
Maybe that's right, I don't know. In any case, I'd thank you to avoid the subject with him completely. Doesn't he have enough troubles on his mind already?
There. The flowers are silly, I guess, but it makes me feel better. I want to sort those files before Dr. Charm gets up. Straining me too awfully. My ass. There, that was fast. And now I can snoop. What fun. This should be enlightening. Dr. Stiles writes well, but I don't believe in psi powers or the paranormal or any of that stuff. Nothing exciting in here. Nothing exciting in here. Nothing exciting in here. Nothing exciting in here. The neurobiology department is looking for a report on an fMRI donation. This must be it. I should get this to Susan Whittier at the neurobiology department. Patient case files, scientific articles and stuff. Nothing exciting in here. Nothing exciting in here. Something written by Dr. Abraham Linkweller. This might be interesting. Wow. This looks like a very pointed attack on Stiles' Scientific American article. That had to hurt. Nothing exciting in here. Nothing exciting in here. This lists everyone in the department. It's an old phone list of the staff in the neurobiology department. It's an old phone. better not touch Dr. Stiles' computer. He's not exactly the forgiving type. That's the fMRI equipment, supposedly harmless. It was nice of Dr. Stiles to spring for the super deluxe lobotomy beds. I think I prefer those open, just so I have the illusion that I know what's going on. Department of Clinical Neurology, Oxford University, Administrator. She's both warm and disturbing, like a crazy mother or something. I don't think so. Playing with fire security doesn't seem to be a good idea. Employees only. On this floor are all the administration's offices, as well as the professors. Other floors are for classes mainly, so there's no need to go there.
Can I help you?
Hi, I'm Samantha Everett. I'm working with Dr. Stiles.
Are you? You're not in the department.
No, I'm studying English Lit.
Well, that's Dr. Stiles' business. When you see him, remind him that I need that equipment receipt today.
I have something for you.
Oh my God. I gave up hope of ever laying eyes on this. The auditor's been hounding me for weeks. Thank you, Miss Everett.
My pleasure. I've only started to work for Dr. Stiles. I was hoping to find out more about him.
Well, it's not my place to talk about Dr. Stiles. I can tell you that Mr. Headley, he's the dean of the department, he was quite an admirer of Dr. Stiles. Naturally, we were all deeply saddened by what happened.
Would it be possible for me to see Mr. Headley?
I'm afraid not. He's very busy today. Wait, I do appreciate your bringing that receipt. Let me see if he's got a moment. Mr. Headley, I have a Miss Everett that would like a brief word. It's about David Styles.
Send her in.
In you go.
Miss Everett, a pleasure to meet you. Won't you sit down?
Thanks. And thanks for seeing me.
I'm always happy to make time for David. I've heard from him too little of late. How is he?
Fine. Very self-directed.
Well, that's something. Are you a relative?
Me? No. I'm his assistant. He just hired me.
Did he? Interesting. How can I be of service, Miss Everett?
Are you aware that Dr. Styles is conducting an experiment right now?
Of course. He had to submit a plan to the university, standard procedure. Frankly, I was happy to see him working again.
Oh, that reminds me. Dr. Styles wanted me to pick up a copy of the experiment plan he submitted. He misplaced his copy.
I think, young lady, that Dr. Styles will have to call me and ask for that himself.
I'll tell him. Could you give me some background on Dr. Styles? I don't know much about him.
David Styles was one of the brightest lights at Oxford. A truly brilliant and original thinker. He was the sort of man it was easy to envy. Wealth, a prestigious family name, good looks, a beautiful wife, effortless public success. Then there was the accident. A horrific thing. There's a poem by Robert Frost. Nature's first green is gold, her hardest hue to hold. Her early leaf's a flower, but only so an hour. Then leaf subsides to leaf, so Eden sank to grief, so dawn goes down to day. Nothing gold can stay.
That's beautiful. I wonder... Never mind.
We must be honest with each other, you and I, for David's sake. What do you wonder?
It's silly. I just wondered which is worse. To have been golden, to have had all that and lost it, or never to have had it at all.
Not at all. Perhaps David asks himself the same question.
I've heard rumors about Dr. Styles. Students say people have disappeared during his experiments, and...
Stop. Don't repeat that nonsense in here, please.
Sorry.
No, it's only natural you would be concerned. He is your employer. There has been a lot of vicious gossip about David, but believe me, there's no truth in it.
Then how did it get started?
When someone is a little too successful, it inspires a lot of green-eyed spite. Should that paragon fall, let's just say there are certain people who love nothing more than to get out their knives and gather round the carcass. Of course, David hasn't helped himself any. If he insists on living like a hermit in that house, people are bound to believe the worst.
You mentioned that certain people were jealous of Dr. Styles and might have spread the rumors. I don't suppose you'd tell me who. It might be good for me to know in case I run into them.
No, I don't think we need to discuss that.
Okay. So you're convinced that Dr. Styles poses no danger? No danger to, say, students who are participating in one of his experiments?
Absolutely not. He may be on leave, but he's still a valued member of this department. I've reviewed his case personally. There's nothing physically wrong with David Styles. It's been a pleasure, Miss Everett, but I really must get back to work.
Thanks, Mr. Headley. You've been a big help.
I only wish the best for David. I hope you'll treat him well and be a support. He allows so few people near him.
I'll do my best.
Goodbye.
Bye. I want to find out who David's enemies are inside the neurobiology department. I should snoop around in David's files. Styles' experiment plan is probably in that filing cabinet. It would answer a lot of questions if I could get my hands on it. It's a copy machine. I don't need to talk to Mr. Headley again. I guess not everyone in the department is a fan of Dr. Stiles. At least, that's what Mr. Headley says. Is there anyone in particular I should watch out for?
Mr. Headley doesn't tolerate departmental gossip, and neither do I.
Ah. Dr. Stiles asked me to get a copy of his experiment plan. The one he filed with the department, he misplaced his copy.
I'm afraid Dr. Stiles will have to come by himself for something like that. Or telephone. We don't give those kind of documents out to students.
But I'll tell him. Oh, Mr. Headley asked if you would bring him a cup of coffee.
Did he? That's odd. Mr. Headley gets his own coffee.
Damn, she took the key. I need to find a way to snatch it somehow. She keeps the key to the filing cabinet in that cup. I could try to take it with sleight of hand, but she's a real hawk. This will require something a little more devious. She keeps the key to the filing cabinet in that cup. I could try to take it with sleight of hand, but she's a real hawk. This will require something a little more devious. Hey, that key is missing.
What?
Yeah, see?
What on earth? You didn't take it, did you?
Me? Why would I want it? You have a spare, I hope.
At my flat.
That sucks.
It even blows.
I can get Susan out of the room with this trick, but I'll need to get set up for it first. I should do the blood before the spirit gum, or it'll get messy. Good. Now I just need something to hold it in place. Now it's ready to go. I'm all set for this trick, but one thing worries me. That Susan won't be gone long enough for me to do what I need to do. I don't want to get caught snooping around. I'm all set. I don't want to get caught snooping around. Definitely not my style. I'll leave them hanging here. Ugh, no thanks. I don't see the point in taking a peek into their fridge. If she finds this, she might return to her office too soon. I think this first aid kit needs to disappear. Abracadabra! Wouldn't it be nice? That's not an obvious place to look for the first aid kit. Good. I only need to set up the first part of the trick. Ouch!
What happened?
I cut myself. Ow! Do you have disinfectant or something?
I'll get the first aid kit.
Found it. If Susan finds this missing, she'll know I took it. I should fix that if I have time.
I apologize for the delay. You'd think grown students would be above silly pranks.
Really?
All right then, let me see it.
You mean touch it? Oh God, sorry. I'm such a baby about stuff like this.
For heaven's sake, it has to be dealt with.
I'll do it. It'll be better that way, trust me. Is that a first aid kit? I'll take it to the bathroom and do it myself. Thank you so much.
As you like. Just don't drip blood in the hall, please.
Hey, excuse me. Hello? Hi, you're Malik, right? You're in Dr. Stiles' experiment.
Shh. What do you want?
What's the big secret?
Nothing. I don't like everyone knowing my business.
I just wanted to talk for a minute about Dr. Stiles.
All right? But I have class in 10 minutes, so it will have to be fast.
What made you sign up for the experiment?
What do you mean?
I mean, like, what made you sign up for the experiment?
It's not a crime. I could use the money.
Since you're in the neurobiology department, you must have known Dr. Stiles before the experiment.
Known of him, yes.
You heard about him from people in the department?
Do you have any idea who Stiles is? He is, or was, one of the most famous neurobiologists in the history of the field. I studied him in high school. So yes, I guess I know something about him. Or at least I know the man he used to be, when he was a part of this department.
Dr. Stiles is still a part of the department, isn't he? He had to submit an experiment plan to Mr. Headley.
Or maybe technically. But everyone knows he's suffered brain damage in the accident and is no longer competent.
Believe me, he's in possession of all his wits. In fact, he has a few I'd like to extract myself.
Then why has he stopped teaching? Why has he not published since the accident?
He lost his wife?
So? A wife is a wife.
Stop, please. Your compassion is making me all teary-eyed.
Death is a part of life.
Maybe he couldn't face everyone feeling sorry for him all the time and asking about the accident over and over, and then expecting him to have completely forgotten about it in 3 months, and calling him crazy if he hasn't.
Stiles owed it to the world, to his students, to continue his work.
Says who?
Think what you like.
What did you think of the experiment last night?
Strange. And surprising.
Last night was strange, wasn't it? What's the point of imagining exercising?
That wasn't strange. Research has shown that imagining exercising causes the brain to generate the same impulses to the muscles and the nervous system as actually exercising, providing almost the same health benefits. It's big news for healthcare, especially for disabled people. There are a lot of studies being done on the subject right now.
So what was strange about the experiment?
I need to get to class.
Come on, you said strange. Why?
Just to finally meet Dr. Stiles. And that mask. That basement.
It is rather dramatic.
But the strangest thing was that, despite all of that, I... Never mind.
What?
He seemed normal. I was expecting... I don't know what I was expecting.
Yeah. Did you notice anything unusual about Stiles' equipment?
No?
Nothing at all?
It was a standard fMRI setup. A good one. It's unusual to have a system that expensive in a private home, but otherwise, it's non-invasive. Harmless, as he said. I'm late for class. I have to go.
Hey, we're meeting at the St. Edmund Quad at noon. Stop by, or not.